up, my boys? It's iBrod10 here, bringing you to form another impressive video showing how to achieve a great kill threat ratio while being a productive teammate. But not so much being a productive teammate, because obviously I'm going to be playing free-for-all on Favela using the PP2000 only. And if you don't know what a PP2000 is, it's a secondary, and it was one of the better secondaries in Modern Warfare 2. So pretty much the gist of this entire commentary, it's gonna be about homeless people. But before I get to that, I wanted to say that I've received a ton of messages asking me, hey, iBrod10, are you quitting YouTube? I haven't seen you post up lately, and you know, it's a shame because you were actually a pretty damn good commentator. And to those people that sent me those messages, I greatly appreciate, you know, the loyalty and the feedback. And you know, I'm definitely not quitting YouTube. It was more of a thing that I ran out of Xbox Live time, and it wasn't that I didn't have enough money to buy more, but you know, it kind of became like an issue, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a little bit of a break from Call of Duty altogether. So if you have me added on Xbox Live, you'll notice that, you know, for a long time I didn't sign on at all. So, but I'm back, people. You know, I'm playing Modern Warfare 2, raping the noobs like I always do. And so, the gist of this commentary is, you know, this is a universal thing, right? So imagine this. You're in a car, whether that be by yourself or with your parents, whether that be, you know, you're driving or in the passenger seat, and then you roll up to an intersection leading almost to your house, and then, you see a random hobo or a, you know, somebody that doesn't have a house, you know, begging for money on that intersection. Now, to me, I personally live in a pretty nice community, you know, a pretty nice neighborhood, and, like, these hobos make it really look, like, really shitty and really, like, in the ghetto. I'm not sure if that's, like, a universal term, but it makes it look like a really damp place to live. And, but that's not the really gist of the commentary. But, you know, I don't have problems giving money to those who can't function in our society. You know, whether that be because you don't have an arm or a leg or an eye or whatever that may be. You know, like, something happened and you aren't capable of working in our society anymore. At least not, like, to the full extent. But what really gets to me is that there's people out there, you know, with fully capable bodies, you know, doesn't have any body parts missing, you know, it seems like a normal human being just walking up and down the streets begging for money. Now that to me is completely ridiculous, alright? My father, he was unemployed for 6 months because he was fired from his job that he worked for 23 years. And in this time, he pretty much used every cent that he had on the reserve to pretty much pay for the house, for, you know, the mortgage, obviously, the cars that we have, and, you know, whatever else utilities that we would require, like food and shit. So, you know, that's what ended up happening. But, you know, my dad, ultimately, you know, he was this big shot, you know, at his golf course. Like I said, he worked there for 23 years, so he was a superintendent of a golf course, which is like one of the higher positions at a golf course. But then after, you know, a while, because he became so broke, he was looking for another superintendent job at a different golf course, obviously. But because, you know, we were so out of money, you know, he got off his ass, you know, went to a different golf course and was like, hey, I'm looking for another job, you know, I'm looking for a higher scale job because this is what I was at a different golf course. But the people, you know, at this other golf course were like, no, we don't have any opportunities for that particular position. So, but we do have a position as a normal worker, you know, like at the very low of the pyramid, at the very bottom of that pyramid. And, you know, basically just starting off, like, this is what I do. Like, you know, I'm kind of following him in my father's footsteps. I'm 21, he's like 45, and he's reached the top of the pyramid as I'm still on the bottom, obviously, because, you know, I have no experience. And, you know, he pretty much went into this new job because of the necessity, you know, to pay off, you know, our mortgage and shit. You know, he went back to the bottom of the pyramid after 23 years of dedication of this hard work at this other job. And to him, it seemed, you know, stupid. It seemed preposterous. But after perseverance and after dedication, after a year, he was ultimately, you know, he was elevated back to a superintendent position. Now that, to me, is like a really good story. You know, it's something like that, you know, he passes on to me. You know, to have that kind of perseverance, you know, and to me, that makes me really proud of him because he didn't give up. You know, he wasn't on the streets begging for money. Now, these people, you know, like I said, they have, you know, perfectly functioning bodies. You know, no missing eyes, no missing body parts. They live in a perfect world, except the fact that they have no money. They have no dollar bills, y'all. And it's kind of, you know, I don't want to say pathetic because I don't know their situation. I mean, for all I know, they're mentally unstable. I don't know, but they don't look mentally unstable. They look like perfectly functioning human beings. And I don't know, it just kind of gets to me that, you know, these people kind of just basically give up on life. And, you know, they have signs. They have signs. You know, every hobo has a sign. Every homeless person that's begging for money has a sign. And this sign says, oh, I have, you know, 2 daughters, 2 sons, you know, and a wife that I need to feed. And, you know, because, you know, ever since, you know, back in the day, there's the alpha male, you know, that usually the man brings, you know, the money to the table. And, you know, that's what he holds up in the sign. And to me, I could never see myself ever doing something like that. You know, going so low, I mean, to, like, you know, basically beg for money off the streets to weird strangers that I've never met in my life before. And, you know, I don't know, it just kind of like I said, I don't know their situation, but to me, it's kind of like you've given up on life. You know, you would rather take it the easy way out rather than bust your ass, work your ass off, and, you know, pretty much do whatever you have to do. Anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this commentary, and if you did, please don't forget to thumbs up and comment on the video. I live for the comments. Like, that's the only reason I post up videos, because I'm very interested in hearing what you guys have to say. You know, because I'm not doing this for the money, people. Trust me when I tell you, if you're trying to get into commentating for the money, you're absolutely wrong. I've tried it, and it sucks balls. Anyways, guys, this has been I Brought a Tense, going 30-1, absolutely annihilating my enemies, signing out.